Hi, beautiful Scorpio. Welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio, we're doing your monthly read for May, the month of May of 2023. And we're going to start with an overall message here and then just go deeper and deeper into the message. And also at the very end, we're going to have the angels come out and see if they have a specific message for you. I also want to say that, at least for the time being, I am doing personal readings. I don't know how long I'm going to do them, but I'm doing them for right now. So if you're interested in a personal reading, please send me a message. Email me, not in the comment section, please, but email me. It's all about it in the description box. So what do we have for Scorpio, please? For the month of May. And in the month of May, we're going to have a lunar eclipse. We are coming out of this solar eclipse that was happening around the 19th and 20th, depending where you live in the world, 19th and 20th of April. And I don't know about you guys, but I definitely felt that one. When I'm recording this, we're a couple of days right after this solar eclipse, and today is the day when I'm actually feeling a little bit lighter. Or otherwise, I haven't almost functioned as a person. It's been really tough to just do the most normal things because there's been such a pressure over, like around the third eye, over my head, and just yeah. So if you've experienced anything like that, or like you don't understand what this heaviness comes from, it sort of doesn't almost make sense, or like it's like every cell in your body is tired because it's going through like such deconstruction almost. It's like such an upgrade happening. Then you can probably assign it to the solar eclipse. And I feel like there's going to be a window, depending on when you listen to this, there's going to be a window where it's really, really open, if you will. I don't know really how to describe the energy that I'm feeling. It's just really vastly open to set intentions, to create, to really dive deep, where things also come up to the surface between the solar eclipse and the lunar eclipse. So that between the 19th of April until the 5th of May, when the lunar eclipse takes place. And I mean, obviously that could be a little bit give and take as well. But so about like 2 weeks, there's a real openness. Depending on when you listen to this, understand that if you're going a little bit crazy, you can probably assign it to the eclipses. Wow, so you're getting the knowledge card. I'm continuing to do this. Well, I'm not continuing to do anything, but for the collective read here, for all you signs, there seems to be like either like so for the month of April, I had 3 signs getting the same undercurrent, the same underlying energy. And then I had like 2 other signs were getting the same cards, and then another 2 signs were getting the same card. And now you're getting the same card as Leo. I remember this to be Leo. And I just feel like it's almost like something's tying us in together at this moment. Like there's something bringing us as a collective more and more closely knitted together in a sense. I don't know exactly how. I just know that it is going on. And obviously we could pull these cards and they are telling you completely different things than what it told the other sign. I just find that this time around, they haven't. They've shown very similar messages. So let's see what we have here. Knowledge, seek knowledge. I'm very drawn to a light there, a light that just really speaks to me. It's almost like you're trying to... Okay, so this woman, obviously, she's sitting down there and she's reading from this book. She's reading from this book. Right next to her, there's a light. Do you see that? Like it's under the staircase. There's a staircase that leads upwards there or downwards, however you view it. And underneath one of those steps, there's a light. And so she's reading this book, and it's almost like she's trying to find some answers from... The card is called knowledge, and it's even called seek knowledge. But this is like where you seek the knowledge, you won't find it. Does that make any sense, Scorpio? It's like, because the light is like the light, you don't find the light in any books. Well, the book can trigger the light, the book can for sure inspire something within you that makes you open up. I mean, there's certain texts that I've read where I feel moved, and like when I'm doing automatic writing for people that you don't know about, but that I do for certain people. The writing, the answers that come through, and I put them down, I write them down on a piece of paper. Usually the guides recommend the people receiving this paper with this text on, with these answers on, obviously to read the answer to their questions, but it's also like a frequency that is now laying there vibrating, so that you can actually get help from just being close to scripture, to just being close to the written word, because the written word carries a frequency. I think that makes sense, right? And so it's really, that's interesting to look at what you have around you. I'm steering off a little bit here now. It's a little bit of a side note, but it's really fascinating to me. Like, it's really interesting to look at. Like, I don't read books. For whatever reason, I just don't read books. I haven't read books in my entire life. The only books I've ever read is Paulo Coelho. And I guess he's not your typical author, so maybe that's why. And Neil Donald Walsh, and that's also very different. But yes, those are the books that I've read in my entire life. Otherwise, I'm not like I'm just drawing the information from inside. And it's interesting because I was collecting some books, because I love books. I like the sense of books. I like to have books around me. But then to look like Scorpio, if you go through your library of books, if you have inherited them, if you have bought them, if you have read them or not read them, it doesn't matter. If you're looking at the books and what you have there, is there books about war and rape and struggles of the like history books where things went really south and stuff like that, to just take a look at that, because that is a vibration within itself. It might sound like that's too picky, or that's not going to affect me. Everything affects us that is around us, that carries a frequency. And nothing exists on this earth that doesn't carry a frequency, or it wouldn't exist. Does that make sense? I don't know why I'm steered away from this, because it feels like a little bit off topic, and yet it isn't. It's just really important to look around what you have around you, whatever you have around you that carries a particular frequency, even books. So if you start to read through them, like whatever book is not bringing light into your home, maybe consider to donate somewhere, or maybe you don't want to pay forward that frequency and actually get rid of it. That's this. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not gonna get too deep into that. But anyway, so there's some truth to it that you can actually be affected by the frequency that the word is holding, is carrying, and therefore inspiring or like kickstarting can act as a catalyst or something. Like it starts something within you. Obviously, it's not creating your life, but it can be an instigator to like kick something off within you. Having that said, you can't really sit down to read a book and find the light. Like words will just be words if you don't do anything with them, or if you don't feel inspired by them, or not in alignment with them. And therefore, I just feel like this is, I don't know what this is, Scorpio. We're gonna go deeper and find out. There's something about maybe you're even doing something at the moment where you feel like this is not really doing anything for me. You are seeking answers in a place you won't find it. You can actually find the light elsewhere. Okay, very interesting start. And that was not what Leo got. Okay. There's a lot of ascending here. Definitely a lot of ascending. It's like we are moving on up. Like we are not even using the stairs anymore. It's like we're... Do you see this almost like a... what do you call that? Dimma? It's a fog, I guess. Like a fog that is just rising above everything and floats upwards. Do you see that? And it's like the people are going with the fog. Like we're raising up in vibration and coming up to sort of a next plane here. Ascension process is going on. Okay, going deeper here for Scorpio. What do we have for them, please? For the month of May. Two pinkies. Not two pinkies, but well, I have a pinky with pink nail polish, but here we have 2 Ariel and then 10 of Ariel, and they're both about love and manifestation. The first one is my balance card, and this is someone really if you look at this dude, he's standing upside down. He's right at the very edge of whatever this is, the temple or building, whatever. And he's having his arm out, right? And then you see the symbols there as a yin-yang symbol, and then there's the infinity sign. If we can, there you go. Again, there's something about, okay, so Scorpio, we're seeking balance here. There's something in your life where you need to seek more balance. Like the more, so when this solar eclipse happened, I mean, if I would have been up to par with that energy coming in, you're not to the point where you can't leave your bed, or like you're not to the, like I could have, it was a sign for me. It was telling me that I needed to do more inner work. I needed to balance myself better, because I was, if you're up to par, like up to par, what does that mean? If you're in alignment with the energy that comes in, you're going to have a blissful moment. You're going to be like all excited and passionate and feeling almost euphoric because it's such a high vibrating energy. But because I wasn't, I haven't slept all that well, and like I was a little bit out of order before this eclipse happened. And so therefore any state that I was in is rather being highlighted. And I was not in balance with that energy. So instead, I get this super, super high pressure over, like it's almost like a little fight, a little mini fight in the body rather than just euphoric feeling. So there's something here talking about that you need a little bit of balance, Scorpio, to just get into the vibe of the energies. Just like I need that balance. I need more sleep. I need more rest. Meditation I'm good at, but like more sleep and more rest overall. Drinking water and whatever you can to just balance yourself and get into the higher planes of the energy. And this is like doing it a little bit harder, like going about it the harder way than needs to be, Scorpio. Does that make sense? You're trying to find the yin yang within life, and then you're trying to, like, you get into the infinity of things, like bringing things from the heavens into earth, like materializing stuff, manifesting things. And you're going about it like you're upside down, balancing on one arm and trying to find divine light. And this is like, you don't have to go it in such a hard way. I don't know if there's a payoff, if there's I actually had a phone session with a person just today where I was talking to this person about, like, she thinks that she just needs to go about it the hard way because that's what she's taught, and also that she feels like there's validation, or there's what do you say? Like there's for the hard work, there's a bigger payout. And that's not necessarily true. Just because we fight, and like if you're willing to work hard enough, you're gonna get to where, well, it's actually gonna slow the process down, because nothing about high vibrational frequency is about hard work. It's about learning to surrender and let go and go with the flow rather. So Scorpio, there's something you're doing, or something that you're going about in a very hard way that doesn't need to be. And we need to get a little bit more balanced in this situation. Finding this light is not hard work. It's persistent work. It's repetitive work. It's sometimes having a little bit of willpower, because it's like, I don't feel like doing it today, or like whatever. I can have that, or I had that for a long time, like around meditation, to really get it to be like a daily routine, it's not like I don't feel like doing it. It's not like I have like a resistance to meditate, because I'm not inspiring anyone to do something that they don't want to do. But if you initially have said yes, like meditation is such a good thing, or like you just know what it does for you, it brings so much balance and so much clarity and so much information, stillness, rootedness, like whatever, and you've said yes to it at some point, then the discipline sort of needs to come in at times, because at times it's easier to just sort of put on Netflix rather than do a meditation. And once I've really gotten into this daily meditation practice, the payoff is huge. It's just really, really huge. And there's something here to it that, like, find something in your day-to-day life, Scorpio, that really puts you into balance. I hope this makes sense. Because then we have this little awesomeness coming in. 10 of Ariel. This is like this is like having a lovely moment. This is usually coming out when you've met someone really, really significant in your life. This is like a romantic partnership type of relationship. This is like a soulmate situation, or this is like when you met the friend of your life. Like, you can't not be with them because you have so much to share. And this is like having just a lovely, we're in Paris, France, with the Eiffel Tower in the back. We're sitting at this beautiful cafe. We're all chill. We're really balanced. We're enjoying life. We're taking a moment. We're not in any rush anywhere. And it's just a complete opposite, actually, from this. And so it might just be that this is what you're looking for. You're looking for that chill moment. You want the easy path. You want the simple path. You want the simple life, in a way. You want those chill moments with really, really important people. But there might just be that you have this belief system saying you have to go about it in a little bit of a hard way to get there. Fascinating. What else can we tell Scorpio here? Just a little bit more, a little bit of a nugget here for Scorpio around this situation to just make it really clear. And then we're going to bring in the angels. Stand your ground, number 7. Okay, we're done. And there's the light again. This is like a preparation. It's like you're onto something, Scorpio. You're onto something. You're doing something in your life. You want to find the light. You want to find the easier path. We're searching the light, but like you're going about it in a little bit of a tough way, but you're not far off. Like, it's like you're doing everything in your power, but it's a little bit like overdoing it. It's like you don't have to do so much, or you don't have to go about it in such a hard way, or like such a complicated way. I want to say this is easy. This should be fun. It should be playful. To find the light should be playful, and actually, it's the only way to find the light, to be playful, because the light is nothing but playful. Depression, anger, heaviness, that's all due to lower vibrations. The light comes with humor and laughter and joy and fun and play. And so then we have the stand your ground, which is like you see all the light there coming out. This is a little bit of an eclipse there going on. I just feel with this card, like stand your ground, that this is very much, just look at that dude. That person has both feet on the ground. Like, that person is very determined. There's a freaking eclipse there, and Scorpio goes, I don't care. I'm going to do whatever I want to do anyway. Like, the eclipse can come and eclipse or schmips. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do anyway. It's not going to affect me in a way that, like, I'm not saying that this is what you are saying or what I'm doing a really good job at conveying this, I feel. You're headed in a really beautiful direction. You just don't have to make it so hard on yourself as you're going there. There's something in standing in your integrity right now, standing in your truth, putting both feet on the ground and saying, like, here I am, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not moving anywhere. I am anticipating this light. I'm ready for this light. I want to float upward. I want to go on this ascension process. I'm ready for it. Give me all you got type of feel. And yet there's a little bit of I'm going to fight for this. Like, I'm going to show them, or I am steady as I stand here, and you're not going to move me, you know? It's a little bit of resistance there, and a little bit of like a working, fighting energy that doesn't need to be. You're going to actually discover that the more you relax and the more you actually sit down or lay down in this fluffy grass or whatever that is, you're just going to start to feel it automatically. You don't have to work so hard at it. Or do if it brings you pleasure, but I don't think it does. This is about finding a way to make work more fun, to make relationships more fun, to make life more fun in general. We're going to see what the angels comes in with here. If they want to bring anything extra to the situation or just another message. What do you have for Scorpio, please? You're preparing yourself. You're getting ready. If you believe, and within the next few weeks. Okay, what stands out to me here is like we have people almost like this ascension. It's like I'm a little bit like on the fence to say things like initiation or things. It sounds like if you go to get an initiation from someone, it sounds like they are the only ones that can initiate something. Whereas I believe that you have your full power, your full control, your like completely, totally yourself to initiate or to kickstart or do whatever you want. Like you don't need another person for that. There's something here with the ascension, like going higher and higher up. And then again here, we have like three people, like a little child and two grown-ups there. They're walking up to this big angel. It's like the angel's giving them some sort of blessing or some sort of giving them grace or whatever. It's like you're going to get anointed. Is that what you say? Anointed? Is that another word? Is that am I using that completely wrong? Sounds like annoying. You're gonna go to someone to get annoying. Anointed. Like you're getting almost, yeah, okay. In however way this shows up, I understand that not probably like half a Scorpio is going somewhere to actually get initiated or getting anointed, whatever that means. And for the rest of you, this is like it's an awakening. It's a wake-up call. It's a divine interaction. There's a connection taking place right now. And within the next few weeks, so like I said, this big opening that is going on right now with the solar eclipse, the lunar eclipse, would stand your ground here. It opens up for so much connection with the divine. There's a window here. So it makes perfect sense that we have within the next few weeks as I'm reading this, there's like a big opening, and there's going to be some sort of divine interaction or a divine anointment, or like just a divine influence in your life leading you forward, together with if you believe. And I get the Merkaba there is a lot about geometry, probably a little bit about mathematics, because that sort of is really tied in together. But the geometry of the universe, like to look in more to the geometry of things. You sort of don't have to believe. If you understand the geometry of how everything is being built in the universe, then it's not sort of a belief system anymore. Then it's like, this is how it is, actually. It's facts. It's quantum physics. It's, you know. I don't know what this reading did for you today. I have to be honest here, because it feels like either it was so clear to someone, but it's quite broad. I feel it's really broad, but I have to trust the information that comes through. So that is what I have for you, Scorpio. If you're interested in a personal reading, get more detail, maybe help you on your path forward, whatever you need help with, whatever area, please send me a message and we'll take it from there. Thank you, guys.